G'day. Lots of other blokes have had a go at telling you what happened, sticking to the rigid fair income facts, having got the good oil straight from the horse's mouth, and, well, I've had a yarn with a whole lot of blokes that were there and saw it and heard it, so I thought I'd have a good go at sorting it all out and making it clear so that you'll know, Theo, old mate, that you're not being a mug, but you've got it straight. In the days when old Herod was boss cocky of Judea, there was a sky pilot called Zechariah, known to his mates as Zech, who was married to a Sheila named Libby. They were both good, decent sort of people who'd lend you a cup of sugar or a fiver till payday, but they had no ankle biters, because poor Lib had this medical problem, on top of which they were both getting a bit wrinkly. Anyways, one time when Zech was on duty at the temple in Jerusalem, they drew straws to see who'd go into the inner room to light the candles. Well, Zech got the short straw. When it was lighting up time, everyone was hanging around outside praying and so on, and Zech barged in and got the fright of his life. Right in front of him was an angel, as large as life and twice as ugly. Zech turned as white as a sheet, but the angel said, "Pull yourself together, old son. Your prayers have been heard. You and Lib will have a kid, and you're to name the little sprog John. He'll be a real cute little tyke who'll brighten up your life, and there'll be more than just you and Lib who'll be glad he was born. That's because God's got his eye on you, John. He'll be a teetotaler who'll know what God wants and will nag away at the conscience of the nation. Lots of blokes will turn back to God because of him. You've read the yarns about Elijah back in the olden days. Well, it'll be the same stuff all over again with your John." Zech shook his head and said, "Come off the grass. How can we have a kid? Me and Libby are old codgers." The angel said, "Listen, mate, I'm Gabriel. You've heard of me, right? Well, I've come from God with this bit of good news for you, and all you do is whinge. So from now on, your mouth is as dumb as your brain, all because you wouldn't believe what you were told." Meanwhile, the crowd outside was wondering what happened to Zech. It doesn't take all that long to light candles, so what was he up to? When Zech finally came out, he couldn't speak. "What's up?" they said. "Cat got your tongue?" They worked out something pretty stunning had happened because he kept waving about his hands, trying to make them understand. When his time on the roster was up, he went back home. And sure enough, not long afterwards, Libby was preggers. Definitely had a bun in the oven. For the first 5 months of the pregnancy, she kept pretty much to herself. "This is God's doing," she said. "He's seen to it that I can become a mum, just like all my girlfriends."